The good DD on AMC stock is already out. We know that this one is likely to go up significantly in the future due to the eventuality of a short squeeze. But now I want to talk about what's going to happen in that eventuality, how high we could possibly go, and what we should do when taking profits, or at least what my personal plan is, because I cannot tell you guys what to do because I am not a professional. So whilst watching this video, remember it's only for entertainment and it's only based on my opinions. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, but if you enjoy the content here, do subscribe, share it with a friend, family member, or anybody who you can. So what I'm going to be talking about is where we're going to be going in the Moass, but first I want to give you guys some reminders which I think are quite important and quite crucial when we think about AMC. Now this one is coming from Exec Order 66 on Reddit, it's speaking about the lifestyle which a lot of people are accustomed to. Number 1, wake up. Number 2, eat breakfast. Number 3, work and get stuck in traffic. Number 4, work for somebody else's dream. Number 5, spend 10 to 12 hours a day in boredom and or isolation. Number 6 is drive home again and get stuck in traffic again. Number 7, get in bed and stare at the ceiling. Number 8, wait for the weekend and then repeat that for 40 years. This is the eventuality that a lot of people have to face on a daily basis. It is such a shame. Nobody looks forward to the 9 to 5. It's not something which a lot of people aspire to, but unfortunately it is the way our society is. Now, as I have said before, I do not want you guys to follow what I do. I think what I do should be different to what you do, but all I'm going to say is I have a couple of grand out on the Moass. It's not that much, but it is all I can afford. I'm telling you guys, I'm willing to risk every single penny of that because my reasoning is the maximum I can lose is 100%, but the maximum I can gain is more than 100%. It's a risk to reward ratio, which is looking fantastic. I bought in quite early, I'm still in the profit significantly, so for me I'm comfortable to hold this one. Even if the price does drop, I can see this one being great in the more mid to long term. So that's the first thing that a lot of people need to remember. The Moass, even if the Moass is to only $100, $200, that is a very conservative estimate by the way, but if the Moass is only to $150 on an absolute low end, that is still going to be life-changing money for a lot of people, so do not forget that. The next thing is also coming from Reddit, Frosty-Food 7 hours ago. They're making us wait for tendies, so we're going to make them, when it comes to selling, wait as well when the Moass does start. When this hits 5k, 10k, 50k, remember how long they made us wait. Remember how they've been lurking here until the end, watching us suffer as we hodl, as we lose our homes, pets and family. Remember them using dead people's profile picture to create shill accounts and mock us. Do not be nice to them when the Moass starts by selling early. And then it goes on to talk about a potential flaw, but I think that is something which you guys should set for yourself. Where you're comfortable is of course where you're comfortable, and where I'm comfortable is where I'm comfortable. I think we should have different levels because not everybody is going to go for the top of the Moass, and I don't think everybody should. I think everybody should just pick a level where they're comfortable, but a lot of this is true. They've made us wait so long, and the Moass now does have even more potential than ever, and it does have even more potential every single day to be greater and greater. Because if all of those shares need to be bought back, and if synthetics are out there as well, every single day that synthetics are created, the more shares need to be bought back, so the bigger trouble it's going to be getting into. And this one is a nice message from Zero Muscle, who posted this, which is actually from the user Cole Thomas on Twitter. And it's a series of messages. The first one is, remember this, retiring your parents will make you more alpha than buying a Lambo ever will. The second one is, every family, I guess that is, has a person who breaks the chain of poverty. May you be the blessing to your entire family. This is also really, really true. Don't think that just because we are all just the poor apes, the dumb apes, we cannot do this one. Okay, somebody has to be that person, and it definitely could be you. The next one is, some people will judge you for changing. Some people will celebrate you for growing. Choose your circle carefully. So these may seem unrelated to AMC, but I think in trading, in investing, and in money making in general, they are significantly true, and they are worth bringing up. Now I want to go on to talk about profit taking in the Moass, but they were 3 great things which set us up perfectly for that. So profit taking in the Moass. Everybody has their levels where they are comfortable, but as our second post that we looked at said, They've made us wait a very long time for this, and all that's happened in that time is people have bought in more shares, and a lot of people have sold out of their position. But the people who have sold out of their position, guess what? The people who were in before or got in have bought those shares back up. So what does this mean? It means that we have people like you, potentially, people like me as well, who've seen the stock go from $10 to $72 and held it. We're still here. And when the price goes to 72 again, we're still going to be here. When the price goes to 200 again, we're still going to be here. Now, I have levels, like I said, where I'm comfortable taking my profits. You guys should have your own. But when it comes to profit taking, it's going to be a hard story. We looked at a short squeeze the other day where the stock ran to 25k. And that could happen with AMC, but even in that scenario, not everybody got the 25k, and that is completely fine. Make sure, do it now by the way, you have levels where you are comfortable. Of course we can interact with the community, and we can see what's going on. We of course will have the data to look at, and that is going to be crucial. But at some point along the way, I think people should really set their targets and make them appropriate to their life goals, because if everybody's aiming out for 500k a share, a million a share, something like that, sure, some people may get it, but for me, I'm not even holding out for that. I may be holding out for thousands per share, maybe even tens of thousands per share for sure, but at the high end, that is where I am comfortable. And you may want to call me a bear, or somebody who's trying to say that the Moass is less likely to happen. I believe in the Moass full force. I believe it could go higher than people anticipate, and people will claim those really high prices. But we should all pick a level where we are comfortable, because what we have now is, and what we've had over the past year, we've had time to mentally prepare and educate ourselves, so let's make sure that we are still doing that. Find a place where we are comfortable, and sure, we can set the new floor, because bear in mind, unless everybody sells, they haven't had the opportunity to fully cover. So what does that mean? It means that if everybody continues to hold, and the price runs up, it's going to keep running up, because we are basically not selling our shares to them for them to cover at those lower prices, so they will have to just buy at whatever price we demand. So do remember that it can go as high as we wish for it to, but don't be silly with it, be relatively reasonable. And I say relatively, we can still have those high price targets, so it's highly likely that some of us will claim those prices, but once more, just be careful. The best thing you can do is look at the data and see what that shows us when it comes to things like shorts covering and that sort of info. But really, be careful out there, guys, and once more, please continue to educate yourself. Make sure you know what you're doing. If you're getting into AMC, or if you're in it, be comfortable with it by your own research. And of course, remember, this is not financial advice. And of course, be careful who you trust. You should trust only your own research, as that is the only person who has your best interests at heart. We all want the Moass, but we all have our different aims and goals. So do your own research and be very, very careful who you trust, as I said. But as always, I will be back with another one later on. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.